It looks like Ashley may be getting some extra questioning.
Ooh, that doesn't look good.
It said error.
Oh no, that's what I was afraid of, Mike. Are you getting emotional?
No. I just found a robot that will make you tea. We made it! Beijing! Well, that was nerve-wracking. But I think we're good. A couple things to keep in mind if you're going to China on a transit visa. Make sure you have flight in, flight out. No layovers in China. So you have to fly like direct into China and out of China to different countries. So for instance, we're flying from Bangkok to Beijing, Beijing to Hanoi. However, we had flights that had layovers in Kunming, and that is not good. That's something we didn't know. I'm so glad we found a video that told us this, because that could have been a nightmare. We've heard all kinds of horror stories about people having to buy flights back to their home country and not being permitted to go anywhere else. Check-in took forever. We had to go through all kinds of paperwork. But we had our flight itinerary, we had our hotel accommodations fully booked, which they didn't look at. And then we had our visa for Vietnam. And they wanted to make sure that we were legally allowed to enter the country we were leaving China to go to. So that was something that I'm glad we had printed out. But that was all we needed. Obviously, we haven't gotten through immigration in China yet. We're still in Thailand. But that's where we're at. A little nerve-wracking. After we got out of check-in, though, everything was a breeze. But now we've got some snacks. We picked up some sandwiches at the mall before we went because airport food is mega expensive.
We're going to China.
Oh, this is not good.
It's not good at all. But cheers.
Yeah, we've been geeking out all day about going to China. Today has been not very well executed.
It's all of our own fault, though.
100%. But I'm surprised we've made it work. I'm proud of us.
A couple $100 lost, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, could have been way worse. We just want you to be able to travel and not have to worry about all the chaos that we get into. So we're going to go through things completely unplanned and unprepared so that you know exactly what you need. Yeah, it feels like a good trade-off, right? I think so. I'll eat my sandwich and then we'll sort it out. What did they make this ham out of? We're over here scrambling to try and download all these VPNs and all the things we need to stay connected. We've got ExpressVPN and we've got NordVPN because we've heard that sometimes they'll block one and not the other, so it's nice to have two. So we've always used NordVPN. We're very excited to have switched to ExpressVPN. I'll let you guys know how it works, but now we're just, I mean, everybody's getting in line to board and there's no sense, the plane's not going to go anywhere without us. So are you one of the people that like stands in line forever to board the plane, or you just kind of kick it and hang out and get on when you get on?
Well, not only that, but we have an ulterior motive. So we're hoping that if we wait until the very end, that we might be able to sit next to each other, because we did actually have seats that were together, but because of this whole fiasco, we are no longer sitting together. So I'm hoping that once we get on the plane, if everybody has their seats and there's maybe two together, that I can sneak over there. But if not, it's not the end of the world. It's like a 5-hour flight, so I guess I can make it.
This is Ashley's ulterior motive. I had no idea that this was a plan. All right, yeah, we're just gonna keep waiting and installing VPNs.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
So excited.
Also, yeah, low-key, like anxious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be fun. I don't know why it wouldn't be fun.
I'm sure it'll be fine too. But I'm also nervous.
It's also weird, like, vlogging in public again. We've taken a 3-month break from filming anything. So if we're awkward turtles or pandas, like,
That's why.
I guess it's awkward panda. Awkward panda can work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. Other than that, we're just hanging out in line. This is probably going to be, it's very late at night, so it's probably not going to be a very eventful flying portion, but we're going to arrive to Beijing like 6:30 in the morning, have to then go through customs and everything, and then sort out figuring out the chaos of everything so we can get to a hotel and sleep.
When we're like an hour and a half outside of town too, so it's going to be this whole big thing. We're not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, we're going to get no sleep, but hopefully we get to eat some food when we get there, which will be really nice.
This is the part part. I always get so excited. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for the next 5 hours. It's not actually exciting.
I'm excited. Don't let her fool you. I think this is the first flight in history that I've ever been on that has left exactly on time. And I know you can't see me right now, it's because it's almost 1 in the morning, but just figured I'd point that out. Yo, we are in Beijing. What? This is crazy. It's so cold. I'm so glad I got this purple sweatshirt.
Yeah. It is like legit cold.
It's so amazing that we went from 33 degrees today to like what I have to imagine is like 15.
Holy cow, it is absolutely beautiful here. We arrived in Beijing at what looks like the perfect time. It's about, I think, 6 a.m., so still pretty early. I feel like my ears haven't popped yet, so that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, super, super tired, but the flight was really easy. Everything went as planned so far, so we're just making our long way to the immigration check, and hopefully everything will go well. I don't see why it wouldn't. It is kind of weird showing up to a country though without a visa, especially as Americans going to China, but that's the way it is. So yeah, it should be fine. I have faith that the universe will take care of us, and yeah, we're almost in China.
We're in China.
We're in China.
We're technically, physically, and 100% in China right now.
We just haven't stood on Chinese soil yet. But yeah, very, very excited. It's gonna be a fun 6 days. Very China. What are you most excited about? Spending your birthday in China?
Yeah. Like what? If you would have told me ever, little kid Mike, that I would be in China for one of my birthdays, I would have been very excited, but probably wouldn't have believed you. And now I am very excited and probably still don't believe you. But it is amazing. I'm so excited. This is honestly a dream come true. This is something I've wanted to do my whole life.
Are you getting emotional?
No.
Boogie.
What?
You excited?
I'm very excited. This is so cool. Like, I cannot believe it.
I love you.
I love you too.
You made me cry.
We both can't cry. They'll be like, why are you crying? You must go home now.
Mike's making me cry, and we're going to be a bunch of blubbering idiots at the immigration counter. They'll be like, we don't want you here. We just think it's so beautiful.
We just want to be in China.
We really do, though. This has been no joke. I know an entire wave of YouTubers is coming right now, but I understand why. China recently reopened. But truthfully, this has been on our bucket list for years. And honestly, even though it's somewhere we've always wanted to go, it didn't feel like a place we ever actually would. Holy cow, I'm so... That's just a picture. But I'm just so ready to see all of the beautiful landscapes. All my Michigan landscapes. I'm from Michigan, if you guys don't know. I have a very Michigan accent. I try to hide it, but sometimes it slips out. But yeah, so this first trip, we're gonna stick to the cities because we are in the 144 transit. It's not even a visa, actually. We don't have a visa, but yeah. So we're gonna stay here in Beijing for our first trip, but we've got plans. We're gonna come back and we're gonna see more of the country, so it's very, very exciting. all fun stuff. And I will say, this airport is immaculate. It's very, very quiet. Granted, it's early in the morning, but I haven't seen basically a speck of dust out of space. And they've even got these hydration stations, which is kind of cool. Not that unusual. I've seen them at other airports, but what is kind of cool is this. They give you hot and cold water.
And normal water.
And normal water.
Oh,
no.
My cone is weakened.
Uh-oh. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I just needed all the water because I lost our water bottle.
We're not allowed to have water bottles. Mike will lose them. $75 Hydro Flask. Had it for about 4 hours when he decided we didn't need it anymore.
A Popo Rat's Hero Rat water bottle for a good cause. Just left it at the airport because I thought someone might be thirsty.
It is what it is. We're in China.
Yeah, I am in Beijing. I've gotten through immigration. Ashley's up there doing it right now. We are good. So excited. Like, I can't even describe to you the way that I feel right now. It's been a long trip and a couple hiccups along the way. We are here. We are in China. This is amazing. I'm so excited. Crazy. It looks like Ashley may be getting some extra questioning. Mine was super easy. My immigration officer was very chill, very smiley, and yeah, everything was good on my front. Ashley's getting a couple extra questions. She's been standing in line for a little bit.
I think we did it. How you feel?
I'm excited.
I'm also excited. Okay, let's go get our bags, yeah?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you got like extra questions.
I know. He like asked me multiple times like where I was going. He's like, "Are you going back to America?" And I was like, "No, hopefully not." I mean, I'm not staying here, but like,
Yeah.
I don't want to come back to the States either. Holy shit! Okay, that's so cool. I can't believe it.
Well, there's my bag. Oh, there's your bag.
Okay, so that was pretty simple process. We didn't get asked too many questions. It was a little intimidating. First thing when I went up to the counter, the immigration officer was like, "Oh, America," and I was like, "Yes." And he did question me a little bit more than he questioned Mike. I'm not really sure why, but everything worked out. And so we're here. Everyone has been super friendly so far. I will say it is bizarre being seemingly the only English speaker. There's people that look like us, but they're Russian or from other countries, and so far, I think Mike and I are the only ones that are really speaking English here, so.
Yeah, we've found people that obviously do speak English,
Yeah.
but as far as just like native English speakers, we are the only two, I think.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. While we were standing in line to get our 144-hour transit visa-free pass, there were these two lovely Russian women who I think went there thinking that's where they transfer, but they were supposed to go to the transfers area because they were just trying to fly to Thailand, and they had no idea what they were doing. They were asking us a bunch of questions. I kept trying to explain to them that I don't speak Russian and I can try and help. But we have our little translator, and so I was able to sit down and kind of go through their arrival cards with them, and that's what led us to find out that they were not at all arriving, that they were just coming from here and going to Thailand, and they were very, very sweet. Once we figured it out, they were very happy, but
Yeah.
everyone has been really nice. It's been a long journey, and now we have to go find, I think, the metro.
Yep.
And take the metro to our hotel, hope that we can check into our hotel, and then go do something that I've been just dying to do since we got here, which is eat. I'm so hungry.
All right, let's go find this metro. First impressions, very, very good. I don't know what I expected. I did expect a little bit more difficulty just because we didn't have a visa, but it was fine. The more and more I travel, the more I realize that rarely my fears are ever as bad as they seem, like in actuality. So that's a relief. But we were told to download this app called, I think it's called Metro Man, and supposedly that'll help us out. We do have the Metro Man app, and then Mike also downloaded the Metro Man Beijing app. I figure between the two of those, we should be able to figure out where we're going, hopefully. Yeah, there's not a lot of English here, which understandable, right? We're in Asia. We're in China. Wow. But it is weird. We just got through security for, I think, like the third time or something, but it's just the bag check that you do in every country when you enter. And that took like literally less than 5 minutes, and now we are on our way to find the metro, which is just the craziest thing. That felt way easier than I thought that it would. And I also just feel so stupid. It's like, of course it's easy. They have systems set in place just like anywhere else would. Like, it's so stupid. This like worry that we all have in the West about coming to China, but it is what it is. I'm glad that we're seeing for ourselves that it's not as hard as it seems. But yeah, so we are gonna find the metro, and it looks like it's right there, which is, again, super easy. Let me show you.
This airport is massive and super impressive. I just feel like it's so much bigger than it even needs to be.
It's because it's not busy right now.
Probably.
During rush hour, you'd probably be thankful that it was.
Probably.
While Mike is putzing about. I say that, he's actually getting our luggage together. He's being super helpful. But while he's doing that, I figure I'll walk around the airport because I see this really cool thing here. I just think my whole mind is going to be blown in China. I think there are going to be so many cool new things. I'm very excited.
Okay. Sure.
Alipay.
Alipay?
270.
I hope it works.
Yeah.
Gonna try Alipay for the first time. Come on, Alipay. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
That's an error.
Oh no, that's what I was
Parameter
afraid of,
exception.
Mike. Did it work?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, good.
Actually. I don't have a payment password.
What's up?
Hold on, it's making me do something annoying.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so we've hit our first snag with Alipay, which is something that I was afraid of. So Mike was like, let's just get Alipay on my phone, you get WeChat on yours. And I was like, doesn't it make more sense to do both on both? But whatever. And so I only have WeChat. He's only got Alipay. Alipay is not working. But there was a line. And so we had some other people go in front of us. And now we're just kind of waiting to figure out what's going on. But hopefully it will work out. We shall see. Okay, so it worked?
It works. We got tickets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was 70 UN,
nice.
which I don't know the conversions yet, so we'll have to figure that out.
I want to say it's 7 UN to $1, but I don't know that that's right.
Okay.
We should definitely find out.
Yeah, for sure. So we were able to go ahead and pay on Alipay, which is awesome. And moreover, the reason it messed up the second time is because I forgot my 6-digit payment passcode. I typed it in wrong and it gave me all kinds of error notices. But we're good now. So there's only one destination from the airport, and then from there we'll buy tickets to go to our final destination. So just 2 transfers, we should be good to go.
Nice. All right, let's do it.
We're doing things. Okay.
I guess we have to be smarter.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
okay.
There's too many options.
Oh. Now it's just like metro. Now it just feels like Bangkok. We got our little cards, we scan them on the metro, and then we ride the metro. We're in China. Yo, look how cool this place looks. So yeah, so we take this to Kiao, and then from there we can go to, what's it called? Dongxi. Dongxi. Oh man, so many new things to learn and acquaint ourselves to, but
It's gonna be so fun.
it is gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. I'm bummed that there's only 6 days on our time that we're allotted to be here, but we do have plans to kind of see more of the country. We were looking at getting a longer visa, but we kind of waited until the last minute when we were in Bangkok, and it probably wasn't the best decision to try and do that. So we figured we'd come dip our toes in the capital city, go see the Great Wall for my birthday. Yeah. And then from there, we'll come explore more because that's what we do. We explore places. Here comes the train.
I mean, I know I'm easily impressed, but like, this is pretty cool.
This is the most impressive metro I've ever been on. But to be fair, I've only been on metros in Malaysia and Thailand. But this is amazing. This feels like a high-class train. It's beautiful. I honestly just can't believe where we are in the world right now.
It's pretty crazy.
There's like a TV with advertisements. Like it tells you where you're going.
It says, welcome, we wish you a pleasant journey. It's
Yeah.
very fancy.
I'm impressed. I didn't know what to expect. I knew that Beijing is the capital city of China. I've heard so many things about China being in the future, and just the fact that this is like the casual metro on the way from the airport. Like we rode the metro, the airport rail link in Bangkok to get to Suvarnabhumi Airport, and it's just like a normal metro. You're standing, holding onto the little rails and stanchions, but this is like a proper bullet train. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're cruising.
Yeah, I wonder how fast we're going. I don't see anything that lists the kilometers per hour, but I have to imagine it's quick. I got it.
草桥大兴机场线的终点站，请所有乘客携带。
Oh no. Oh. Can we go here? There we go.
Finally going up. We learned how to elevator. Alright, so I think we can do self-service here. So we're gonna try it. We need to go to Dongxi Station. There's no time like the present to figure out if we can do this. That's cool. Everything's in English. Oh, and it went away.
It was in English though.
Yeah, I definitely saw Dongxi
I
on
did too.
the one beforehand. Oh well, that leads me to believe that I can find it. I know that it's right here.
Okay, so Dongxi is on what color? It's on the 8?
It's on purple, this pink one, line 5.
Line 5, there you go.
Dongxi. Selected Dongxi, and now I've got Alipay. You don't even have to point your phone. It just like recognizes the
Just
QR code.
grabs it.
It's crazy. It's only 10 yuan, for both of us to get to Dongzi.
That's not bad, and it was 70 the last time, which is almost $10.
Yeah, so what it'll do is it'll populate the amount that you want to pay. There's a little translate button here, which is awesome too.
I don't know if I should show this or not,
Oh,
but
no. I mean, you can't see anything, it's in Chinese.
yeah, well.
There's only a translate button, so it'll be like, oh, make a payment now, ticketing, so forth and so on. And then you hit pay immediately. And then it asks for your password. So yeah, here's where I got hung up last time. So now I'll put in my password. It says it's paying.
Oh, how cool! I can't believe that worked.
This is amazing. We've been to a couple places that have like QR code and cashless payments, and none of them have ever worked for foreigners. But I can confidently say that after my kerfuffle, Alipay is going to make this trip a breeze. Now we just need to find out where to go.
This way.
All right, so with Metro Man pulled up, it's telling us that we need to take line 19, and then it'll tell us what stop to get off at, and then we'll have to change and go to line 6 to get to Dongxi. So hopefully this works out. We're trying to figure it out as we go. This is,
Transfer line 46.
we got to go this one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah,
Not this other one.
yeah, because we got to go towards Mundan Yuan. Mundan Yuan.
Mudan Yuan.
Mudan Yuan. We're gonna figure out how to pronounce things in Chinese. Traveling metros with backpacks is the worst.
It's not my favorite.
No, this is one place where I feel like suitcases may win over backpacks.
Yeah.
But then you have to be those people that carry them upstairs.
You match the metro, my love.
I sure do.
Where to next?
Line 6, and then that's our last line of the day. We have 3 stops on that. Should take 9 minutes, which is really handy. Metro Man app tells you all of that stuff, which is crazy.
And then we will finally be at our hotel. Like a day late, but we'll get into all that later.
Yo, look at this metro station.
It's so fancy. Everything's so fancy here, except for me, I look tired. It's very pretty. Thai hot dog bun?
Yeah. Last Thai food.
Boop.
Boop. So good.
Hot dog buns are life.
Oh, a bigger bite than I imagined. The first time we ever had hot dog buns like this was when we took a 24-hour bus ride from Chiang Mai, Thailand to Phuket, Thailand, which is probably one of our less thought out ideas. We learned about hot dog buns. It's a hot dog inside a sweet bun, which is amazing. All right, yeah, we go up this way to the left.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
Maybe you have to pay first.
Maybe.
Yeah, so it looks like it says scan your face.
Oh, but I don't have face
Oh,
scan.
okay.
That sucks. I'm
Yeah.
thirsty.
But on the other hand, look at all these dope toys. I just found a robot that will make you tea. And I don't know if it's on right now, but this is crazy.
We have to at least try. Oh, I don't know.
为了保持良好的乘车环境，请不要在车站及列车内
I don't think it's set up.
吸起杂物、大声喧哗、
Hello.
外放
Ni
音
hao.
乐。谢谢。
Are you closed?
Please do not smoke.
Oh, okay, okay.
谢谢。
Let's go.
Stationary the trains.
No robot tea for us today. Maybe one day.
Well, you don't know that there's no robot tea for us today. There's just no robot tea for us right now. This is awesome. There's like little, we're definitely walking in the wrong direction now.
We sure
There's-
are.
100% an arrow right there. But there's little, like, these signs here It'll just tell you you're going to the right line, which is super handy if you're walking in the right direction. Oh yeah, there's this too. Everything is much simpler than I imagined it to be, if I'm being honest. No confusion. There's my lovely lady.
Mike,
Yeah,
I'm here. Do you want water?
yeah. So we can't buy water at the vending machine. We'll try and buy water here at Lawson.
So they've got this big thing here, or they've got a big Pocari Sweat. What do you want?
I just want a regular small water.
Regular small water. I don't know. I think it's this maybe.
Yes.
Natural mineral. That works. Okay. Thank you. Let's see.
What?
Yeah, let's see. Pay for services. Do I go? Oh. Okay. Okay, Shay Shay.
Hey, Shay.
Thank you. Oh, it's so easy, yeah. I don't know why that's so like. It shouldn't be that cool. We just don't have stuff like that in the States. Like, I guess the closest thing we have is like
Tap to pay.
Apple Pay, like tap to pay. I don't know, this just feels different.
Did you use WeChat this time?
I did use WeChat this time.
And-
And I actually knew how to do it, but then I forgot because I got nervous. I was just like, ooh, show me. And he was really nice. It's super simple to use. You go to your profile, you go to pay and services, and then you just hit money. And then he can either scan your code or there's some way that you can scan his, I think, but I am not sure. But I know for sure he can scan ours, so that works.
That's awesome.
And this cost us 5 yuan. Oh, that's cool. This whole area is based on an old Beijing hutong.
Oh yeah?
This whole station, yeah. Or section of station, I guess. I just read it as we were like zooming by, so I only got a little clip of it, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
The decorations are so ornate and really cool.
Lu Chang.
Yeah.
Easy.
The metros in China are moving. They are so fast. It feels like every single one is a bullet train. I wish I knew how fast we were going.
Okay, so we just got off of our last subway, and we are about to step feet into China for the first time. On China ground, I should say. We're obviously in China now, but I kind of hit a wall. I am so tired. We haven't slept, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning now. I was hoping we would get in early, be able to take a quick nap, and then go out and explore, but that hasn't worked out quite the way that I hoped. Even though everything has been very, very easy, it's just taking a long time. So we'll see what the rest of the day looks like for us. But I'm happy to almost be at our hotel. I think we're really, really centrally located. At least I hope we are, so we'll find out soon. But woo! Also, we're realizing that Chinese words do not look at all like how they sound phonetically or how they look phonetically, I guess. We're staying off of what we would think would be Dongxi Station because it's D-O-N-G-S-I, but apparently it's Dongsu. We've also learned that C is sometimes pronounced with a T sound, and there was something else that we learned, but I've already forgotten it, so bear with us. We try and learn a little bit of the language everywhere we go, but it obviously takes us more than, an hour or two being in the country, so.
We basically need to get to Dongxi South Street.
Dongsu.
Dongsu South Street. So we are here.
Okay.
So it looks like we need to go, which that's the west exit. So we need to continue up this way and take those escalators there to get here. Every metro station here is like a museum.
That's
It's
so
crazy.
cool.
Honestly, very excited for how cold it is. I know Ashley hates that, but I'm ready.
They've got a bunch of like little dead bears.
Yeah, sure do.
Kind of cute, kind of creepy.
And of course, Minions, because how can you go wrong with Minions?
shirt.
Oh, it's so cute. This he looks like the goodest boy.
Aww. He's very cute.
An old red panda. Squirrel eating his peanuts.
Camel.
And a pink chameleon. He matches my shirt. And yeah, a camel. You ready to be cold?
No.
I think she's ready to be cold.
First steps into Beijing.
Oh my God, here we go. We made it, Beijing.
Oh, I can't believe we're here.
It is so brisk.
It is very brisk, but it feels great outside.
So we've heard people say that Beijing is very quiet. And it is. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, so there's one person honking their horn, but other than that, everything's electric or bicycles. So we're in the middle of a major intersection right now, and it is so quiet.
There's a bus and it's literally silent.
Yeah.
I'm walking by a bus that's literally driving, like it's on. You just can't hear it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is wild.
Like it does. It sounds so cliche. I've seen so many YouTubers been like, "Oh my God, it's so quiet here,"
Oh,
but
we
it
gotta go.
legitimately is so quiet.
Oh,
And now
we
we're
got Red Man.
jaywalking. Except for that.
Yeah, that is the first motor I've heard on a vehicle. Get with the times, man.
All right. So first impressions of this place. The city looks absolutely beautiful. The people are super, super friendly. I'm definitely noticing that there's a lot of cigarette smoking, which is fine. But wow, this is a really beautiful city.
We're kind of on a mission just to get to our hotel right now. It's not showing up on maps at all, but the address pulls up. So I'm hoping that it is a hotel and that we didn't fly to China with no accommodations. But that also wouldn't surprise me. So we're a few minutes away. Should be pretty easy to check in. Says it's going to be across the street, but we're not there yet. So far, so good. Tons of places to get breakfast. Always follow the locals.
Yep. That was easy.
Yeah, easy peasy.
You can buy your cigarettes here too. Just like a whole wall of cigarettes within there. It's like no smoking, but it definitely smells like it. We've actually got a view of the city.
Oh my God.
It's pretty big too.
Yeah.
A little rundown, but not too bad.
Yeah. This is what $48 US gets you a night.
Yep, this is what $48 US gets you per night. Shall I do a tour? Okay, so I'm fading here very, very fast, but I figure I'll go ahead and give you guys a very quick room tour so you can get an idea of what about $50 US gets you per night here in Beijing in 2024. And yeah, it's honestly not too shabby. This is one of the nicest places that we found for the price point, and so I'm pretty pleased with it. It's got a big floor plan, which I enjoy. The bathroom's a little small, but I expect that in Asia. Honestly, the biggest thing is that there's a smell of smoke, so I kind of feel like that's going to be the theme here in China. I know smoking is very popular, I think mostly amongst men, but I don't know. So that's a thing, but otherwise it's nice, pretty big. Let me show you around. All right, so I've got a mirror here, very fancy. I've got a mic. Then it looks like we've got a nice king-size bed, which is really good. Got a tiny little TV, which we probably won't watch. I assume it's not a smart TV. And we've got our little desk here. And this is actually, I think the best part is we are looking right out onto Beijing. And there's our little bed, so. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to do the trick. I'm happy because we're here for the whole time, so we're not moving around. We're not wasting any time changing rooms. So I'm very excited about that. I'm ready. I'm very tired and also very hungry, so it's like my body is trying to decide, am I going to go to sleep or am I going to eat some food? I don't really know which way I'm going to go about it.
All right, let's give it a think.
Okay. We've officially made it to China. I have one more surprise for you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's more little earrings. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm gonna be the most China blinged out ever. And I've got my red nails.
That's why I got them for you.
They're so cute. I love them. Thank you. Aww. I just took out my little Chi-Chi ones, but so Mike bought me these. He bought me a pair of Chihuahua earrings, and then he bought me a pair of pandas, and I love them so much. These are so cute. These are my new favorite ones.
Yeah, they were my favorite too.
Oh, I love them. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap. Bye.